Hey writers, welcome back to the channel where we talk all things books and writing. If you're a first-time author or you're thinking about writing your first book, this is the video for you. We're going to talk about one of the biggest hurdles that new writers face, fear. But don't worry, because I'm here to break down the most common fears that first-time authors have and share tips about how to overcome those fears, even though I'm still dealing with those fears myself. Hey, I've got a goal to hit 1,000 subscribers. And when I do, I'm going to host a live Q&A session talking about everything from how I wrote my first book to self-publishing to how to market your book. So I'd love it if you'd hit that subscribe button. And if you find something helpful in today's video, hit the like button and then tell me in the comments what you thought the most helpful tip was. Okay, let's break it down. Fear number 1. What if my writing isn't good enough? The dreaded self-doubt. You've started writing, but that little voice in your head keeps asking, what if my writing isn't good enough? Trust me, every author feels this way at some point. Here's the truth. No first draft is ever perfect. That's what rewrites and revisions are for. Writing is a skill that improves as you practice. So give yourself permission to be imperfect in the beginning. Have you heard that saying, done is better than perfect? I kind of live by that. Your first draft is about getting all your ideas onto the page. It's not about perfection. And because you're going to become a better writer over time, I don't recommend that you start out with your magnus opus. Save your epic fantasy series for when you've learned a little bit more about your craft and your writing style. Tip number 1, focus on getting the story down and worry about editing later. Fear number 2, what if nobody reads my book? The fear of not being read is real. You've poured your heart and soul into writing this book, and now you're worried no one's going to read it. First, remember that every author starts somewhere. Even bestsellers had to put their first book out there. The key is to connect to your readership early. Start posting snippets of your work on social media, or start an email newsletter, or join Facebook groups. Some of them are even genre specific. Follow bookstagrammers in your genre. Building readership takes time, but with patience and persistence, people will find your book. In fact, I just saw a video by John Green on Instagram where he talked about one of his first book readings, only 2 people showed up, and he's a best-selling author. Fear number 3, what if I get negative reviews? Negative reviews can sting. No matter how amazing your book is or how happy you are with it, there will always be someone who doesn't like it, and it could have nothing to do with your writing. I've gotten some negative reviews, let me tell you. They don't bother me very much because A, I don't know those people, and B, the negative reviews I've gotten are usually about things that I made a choice about, whether it's a character development or a story point. It's never something like, this author can't write, or this book sucks, it didn't make sense. It's never that bad. So when I've gotten those negative reviews, I look at what points they're making, and it doesn't bother me because I think, hey, I would make that same choice all over again. This is just someone who didn't connect with my book. Here's the thing. Every book, even the classics, have had critics. It's impossible to please everyone. So instead of focusing on the negative, if you can, learn from the constructive criticism and then move on. And remember, reviews are subjective. One person's negative critique could be someone else's positive review. Develop a thick skin and focus on positive feedback. Fear number 4, what if I can't finish my book? We've all been there. Midway through the book, you start to panic. The fear of not finishing a book is real for all authors, but don't panic. Writing is a marathon, not a sprint. Set small, manageable goals to help you get there, even if it's 500 words a day. And then celebrate your progress and stay committed. Some apps help you track how many words you've written in a day, and if they don't, you can always set up your own spreadsheet or even write it on a notebook. However you do it, Tracking your progress will give you the confidence to keep going. I started to feel a little defeated about finishing my latest book, and my husband came up with a great thing for me. He told me some days are going to be 15 minutes and some days are going to be 2 hours. So every day I text him, whether it was a 15-minute day or 2 hours or 4 hours of writing, and he just keeps encouraging me. So break the process into small goals and reward yourself along the way. I reward myself by watching videos of overgrown grass being cut. Yeah. Fear number 5, what if I don't get published? Rejection is a part of the process for most authors, most artists, really. It's easy to let the fear of not getting published hold you back. Here's some good news. There are more publishing options available now today than ever before. You don't have to get rejected by the big 5 publishing houses. There are scads of smaller publishing houses. Some are genre specific. You can probably find one that fits your book's profile. Or even better, you can self-publish. That's the route I took because I wanted complete control over my process. I wanted to choose the book cover and the blurb and all the things and make all the decisions. And I'm impatient. And publishing with a publishing house can take a good bit of time. I kind of wanted immediate results. So I went the self-publishing route. Remember, no matter which path you choose, persistence pays off. Lots of best-selling authors faced lots of rejection letters before they got published. Dune by Frank Herbert was rejected by over 20 publishers before he found one. Explore all publishing options and don't give up after those rejections. Remember, writing a book is a journey, and like all journeys, you are going to come across some bumps, but don't let fear stop you. You've got a story to tell, and the world is waiting to read it. Now that you're ready to get started, where do you go? Well, there are a lot of online programs and apps available for authors. Watch this video for my recommendations on the best apps for authors. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate you.